Absolutely. Because how can you have a really deep, meaningful connection with another person if you're not showing up with your truth? What are you going to connect with? Something like you said earlier that's kind of fake?
Yeah, and this is the interesting part of all of this, Alan, is that I feel that most people are pretending all day long. They are being the quote-unquote not them. They're not being the real them or the real you. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. I think a lot of people are being who they think you want them to be because they're valuing your approval of them more than their own value. So again, that's kind of an example where I need you to love me. I need you to approve of me because I don't have enough of it inside of me. Then I'm going to show up pretty inauthentically. I'm going to focus on, well, what do I think would make you happy? What would you like? What should I say that will please you? I have to be willing to show up and be really honest about what pleases me, my truth, what I believe, what I think, what I feel.
Yeah, and in your experience, most people able to show up as their magnificent self and share with their partners who they really are and express their own truth?
Sadly,
is this an easy request?
I'm sorry?
Is this an easy request for people to do?
I don't think it is an easy request for most people because I think, unfortunately, for a lot of people, they haven't really thought about what is my truth. I call that like truth with a capital T. You know, what really is my truth? They focus more on how should I show up to please others, to get your approval.
Or, yes, that's true. Or, who do I want to be? Who do I want to pretend to be that I would like to be someday? How's that one?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, that could work different ways. Like, I think there's ways I can look at that from a positive.
Can I give you my own example?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so my own example, and we're not going to go into how I arrived at this because we probably don't have enough time to do that. But this since you're a psychotherapist, I'm sure you know about core issues, right?
Yeah.
And for a lot of our viewers, maybe if you want to share with them before I share mine, what a core issue is.
Well, again, there's probably different perspectives and views on that. The way I view a core issue, I think there's two important parts to it. One is I think it's a belief about ourself, and it comes from our deepest wound. So I think our core issue is where we're limited, where we're not being our true self, where we're not showing up as ourselves because of some, I use the word wound or trauma or belief. Really, I think that's the most important thing to say. It's a belief I have about myself. So let's say my core issue is like safety. I'm not safe. That's a belief. The I'm not safe is actually a belief I have. It might not be really true, but if I believe it, it's going to affect everything. So that's why it's like a core issue.
Yeah, great, Alan. So I just wanted to thank Stickem. We are being featured on Stickem right now, Alan, and thank you for all our viewers for checking in with us. We have 145 people watching us right now. So just in that one network. So yeah, so let me share my core issue. So my core issue was and still is because I'm still managing it. And here's the reality show part.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it.
Yeah.
I'm focusing on you and your core issues.
Yeah. Okay. So my core issue is I'm a nobody. So therefore, I spent a very large part of my life proving to everybody out there in the world that I am somebody. And underneath trying to prove this, it didn't matter how many different evidences I have gathered that I was somebody, I still believed that I was a nobody. Now, talk about pretending. So, most of my life, prior to the 8 years that I've been doing this work on myself, the only thing that mattered to me is I had the biggest BMW, the biggest house, the biggest fence, the best looking wife, the best looking kids, the most expensive things on the planet that I wanted, because those things proved to me that I was somebody. Now guess what?
It didn't work.